And it was another good performance from them, another 3 points, and they will be very, very happy. Patrice, again, a perfect night for Germany, really, wasn't it?
And a perfect night also for myself. Why you didn't say my score prediction?
Oh, you got your score. Oh my gosh, you got another score prediction right.
No chance. We fight that. I say no. I say 3-0. And after then after I say 2-3, and we have it on camera. Please show it. We have it on camera. Anyway, it's not about my prediction. It's about German being solid, hosting the tournament in the best way they could have started. And congratulations for them to already been qualified for the next stage, because they deserve it. The style of play, and you know, a clean sheet today, 2-0 against a really difficult team, Hungary. So we have to also give them credit. But what a game!
Yeah,
Terry, they would have been frustrated with the goal they conceded against Scotland, wouldn't they? A 5-0 scoreline looks better than 5-1, only just, but they'll be happy with the clean sheet, won't they?
Oh, definitely so. She's just said the same thing. You know, clean sheets means an awful lot, especially for the goalkeepers. You know, and that's the first thing the goalkeepers do. Let's keep a clean sheet. But I think the professionalism around the old German team is there now. You know, you see them playing for each other. There's no cliques. You know, the manager's young. He knows what he wants. He's been there before. He's worked in Germany all his life. So I don't see any problems with Germany, to tell you the truth. I really don't see any problems with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's not many weaknesses in that side, is there? Gurpreet, I'm going to come to you. We're going to look back now at Jamal Musiala. He scored in the first game. He scored in the second game. He's been brilliant in both games, and he's very, very difficult to stop when he gets in positions, especially inside the box.
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about his finishing prowess. And not only that, but for the second goal as well, he was playing an important part, setting up the ball for Maximilian for the cross. And Germany is so sorted right now. Like, they pushed Hungary, you know, inside their box. We were talking about like how 8 to 10 players were inside the box for Hungary, and Germany just were ruthless.
I think if you know, we talk about defenders. We talk about rugged, strong defenders. And Rudiger there, for me, you know, that's what he's done for Real Madrid, hasn't he? And he did a little bit at Chelsea and all, didn't he? You know that yourself, Olivia, supporting Chelsea, man. But for me, he sets the tone. And can I just say one other thing, and all is, you know, when you watch the back four of, you know, Germany, they're playing so high up the field. They're playing 36 yards outside the opposition's box.
Because they're aggressive.
Yeah.
They don't give you a chance to turn. It's brilliant. We have to give a lot of credit to the German defense, and you know, I'm a fan also of Rudiger, and Chelsea have that habit, you know, to let go their best player.
That's why they let go of me, you know.
I would love Rudiger at Chelsea right now. And this was a well-worked goal, Patrice, for the second goal. A lovely ball in and a great finish.
For me, this was a training session goal. Yeah. Was unbelievable. You know, sometimes you play again 11 against 0, and that's the kind of pass you do. But what a cross back. And that's what sometimes I expect to the left back, instead of like crossing, just heads up, look at it, you know, Kudnagad is there, finish. I mean,
Can I ask something? How many times would he have done that at Manchester City?
Yeah.
Against Manchester City? Anytime.
Now.
Him.
Yeah, we would have seen that so much from İlkay Gündoğan over the years. The Germany captain, he's been incredible. He's had an incredible career, and he stepped up again when they needed him, because 1-0, Hungary is still in it. 2-0, the game's done pretty much, isn't it, Terry?
Definitely so, you know. And you're at 1-0, you're always cagey, aren't you? Anything can happen, you know. You get a set play, it bounces off you, it's an own goal. We've seen that. But I thought Gundogan was absolutely fantastic. In that midfield, he bossed the midfield. He scored a goal, which he scored, you know... Yeah. A hell of a lot of goals like that, just coming in, ghosting in from nowhere. And we call that zone 14, just going in there. Runners never followed him.
Yeah, very, very true. Right, we can have a look then at Group A and how it stands right now. As we say, Germany have won 2 out of 2. Gurpreet, after this game, is this exactly how you thought this group would be looking?
Yeah, definitely. I think Scotland, I was not hoping, but thinking that they would be bottom. But Hungary, to be honest, were a bit unlucky in the first game. I think they are a good team, but it wasn't just their day in the first game. And today, even after their full efforts, I think they played really well. Even after their full efforts, Germany was just too good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how Scotland get on against Switzerland a little bit later. Kick-off for that one isn't too far away. But first, our change maker of the match in this game was İlkay Gündoğan.
This is Rudiger. Germany playing so high up the field at the moment. Musiala, Mittelstadt, Fulkrug's at the back post. This is Gündoğan! That's the goal Germany craved! The captain steps up to provide breathing space for the hosts in Stuttgart and to quite possibly break Hungarian hearts.
I mean, Terry, you were just talking about how brilliant İlkay Gündoğan was playing in that number 10 role for Germany. But look at that, Patrice, it backs it up, doesn't it? 1 goal, 57 touches, 1 out of 2 ground duels won. He was pretty much everywhere today, did exactly what he needed to do, a goal and an assist. Perfect night.
Captain Marvel. I think we had an impact of Toni Kroos on the first game, and we had an impact of Gündoğan. I mean, experienced player, great finish. Terry was saying also, he used to do that a lot for Manchester City. I'm not surprised. I love the player. I love his attitude, his personality, and he showed up representing well his country.
A little push in the back, Gurpreet, do we think, on the defender there? Was he clever about the way he did it? Because it wasn't very obvious. It wasn't a straight push in the back, was it?
I wouldn't say it's a clear foul, and this is what I've experienced recently as well. Like, we played in the Asian Cup and the World Cup qualifiers as well, that the referees are allowing more physical battles and, you know, combats happening if they are, you know, unintentional or if it's fair. Obviously, we have the provision of looking at the replays and be like, you know, yeah, it might look like intentional, but I think in that scenario, maybe because it's in the box, it's a different case for the referees. Maybe if it's outside somewhere, outside the box, maybe the referee blows for it.
Yeah.
Like, you see, you know, he's looking at the ball.
For me, it's the legs.
Do you think he gets blocked off it, though?
My problem is the contact.
I think he gets blocked off. Or he was smart.
I think it looks like Gündoğan, he's looking at the player before he's looking at the ball. He can see the defender coming, can't he?
Guys, I have to disagree. This is a foul.
That's what I'm saying. I think he sees the defender coming and he pushes it.
He's clever. No, first of all, he pushes it. And if he look at the legs, like, look at here after the play of Hungary.
Look, he's looking at the defender now as well, so he knows he's there.
And there, look at the leg of the player of Hungary. That's why he's falling down. Like, okay, it's the push, but there after that, like, wait.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, his knee catches.
That's what I mean. This is a foul.
You would be annoyed, Patrice, if that wasn't given for you.
Yes, I will, but at the end, you know, the referee can make mistake, the VR make always mistake. But yes, of course, for me personally, it's a foul, but it's not being a foul, so Germany must be happy.
There was still a lot to do, though, Terry, wasn't there, in that moment? No, it didn't just fall back to him. He did well to get the ball, play it back to Musiala, who eventually scored.
It's called persistence, isn't he? The defender's gone down. He hasn't given up. He's got on the ball and he's just flicked it back, hasn't he? He knew where players was around him. That's a sign of a world-class player. Like Pete's just saying, world-class player.
Yeah, I mean, that Germany squad is full of world-class players, isn't it? Right, it's time for our play of the day now. Jamal Musiala.
Havertz. This time he decided to take a touch rather than play it, and he felt he was caught there by Orban. Play on, says the referee. Great first touch from Musiala. Gündoğan just wouldn't fall in his stride. Second chance for Gündoğan. Gulac is fumbled, and Musiala gives Germany the lead. Midway through the first half, Hungary should have cleared that earlier.
Our play of the day, Jamal Musiala. Now, Patrice loves to remind me of all the brilliant players Chelsea have let go. He did it about Rudiger earlier on in the show. Well, Patrice, Jamal Musiala was in Chelsea's youth academy, and that was another player he let go. He could have been playing for England as well.
Yeah, I know.
Germany. Oh.
I know, but I'm not surprised. This is England. That's why he's gonna never come home.
He basically was like, do I play for Germany and maybe win stuff, or do I play for England and not?
Exactly.
And he's made it looks like he's made the right decision.
I think he's come at the right time, though, hasn't he, for Germany, because he seemed to have turned the corner a little bit.
Yeah.
How impressed were you with him today, Gurpreet? He was brilliant in the first game, and again, he was brilliant in the second.
I think it's very hard to believe that a player like him is so young. You know, he's so mature for his age. His decision-making on the ball, without the ball, is so mature. And maybe it's because you know, the kind of structure that he's been in, like you mentioned, he was in Chelsea Youth Academies. He must have played so much football at such a young age, and then, you know, get up the ranks, play with the bigger boys, and, you know, you can see him doing wonders for Germany.
What do you think are his biggest strengths, Terry?
I think he's got everything. I really do. I think he's got everything. You know, we talk about Bellingham, don't we, and all, but this lad's got everything. He's got goals in him. He's got the passing range in him. He's aggressive. He's hungry, and that's what you need. And you know the other thing, and all, he cleans his own boots. That's a good thing. That's a great sign.
Attitude as well.
Yes.
We so often see young players that are so brilliant, have so much potential, and it doesn't always go to plan. But for this young kid, he's, like Terry says, he's got everything, but he's got the attitude and mentality as well.
I absolutely agree. I met him in Munich, and he was so humble, and we have a nice chat. And this is really important. You know, we were talking about cleaning the boots, and in my time at United, you know, the academy player used to clean the boots of Ronaldo, Giggs, or whatever. And for them, it was like a reward. Yeah. If you do this with this new generation, they're going to call it slavery. And that's the world we are like going through. But this is, I'm not surprised, the player, because you want, also when I was a kid, to like to clean my boots, to make them shiny for the next day. But now, if you know, you ask a player to do that, he will look at you as like...
If you ask a player to get you a cup of tea now, it's like, no, go and get it yourself.
Now, another player, we spoke about him. He was absolutely brilliant in the first game. We are talking about him because he has, of course, said he will be retiring after this competition. Again, another absolute masterclass from Toni Kroos, Patrice.
I mean, you can see now he's even playing as a centre-back. You know why? Because he's controlled the game. He's dictating the tempo. Like his first game was just unbelievable. And again, it's that consistency. And guys, I know you keep repeating because he says retire. But
you don't think he is? Patrice doesn't think he's retiring, does he? He doesn't think it.
It's that easy for him. You don't even know he's there on the football field. It's that easy.
Come on.
You know?
I just saw that he made 124 accurate passes, and I wonder how many of them were in Hungary's half. You know, it's
exactly.
incredible.
He's always playing forward. That's what I mean. And he like to cut those lines, putting those long diagonal. You know, he's changing the play. He's a complete player. So, of course, for all the fan of football, we're gonna be so sad if he completely retire. But Kroos, I'm begging you, please keep playing at least another 1 or 2 years because you got it.
You've got it. It's actually remarkable when you think that he's retiring, that someone that good who can still play at the highest level. Why is he retiring, Terry? Because he can still do it.
You know, when you're playing at the top level, he's won all the trophies. I think he's won 30-odd, 35 trophies.
5 Champions
Leagues, La Ligas, you know. I mean, what more is there? If he wins this, what more is there for him to really do? Family time now,
It's a family matter.
35 years of age.
Tired of winning, maybe.
Yeah.
35, he's quite young, 35, Oh, my God.
Now you're making me feel old.
No, never, Terry. Age is just a number.
Age is just a number, as Patrice keeps telling us.
Thoughts about Manchester United and Everton. The erstwhile great Manchester United are still seesawing. A draw with Spurs on the 14th of January saw them win 5 straight games, albeit most of them just barely. Then came the awful loss to Fulham on the 24th of February, in which they played a lacklustre game. Then came Sunday's derby, where they lose 1-3 to the current league champions Manchester City, a game where they go a goal ahead, defend brilliantly for 50 minutes, eventually capitulating to the obviously better class of their rival. Regarding the manager Erik ten Hag, there are still many complaints from pundits left and right. The lack of clear sense of direction or style of play, lack or poor quality of man management, and constant poor recruitment of players. Since the 25% takeover of Man United by Jim Ratcliffe, it was hoped that Man United will progress to a more successful direction under his watch. Some pundits even think that Ten Hag might even be replaced come next season. Yet the stats show that he did not do too badly. He managed 61 wins in all competitions in his first 100 games, which actually is better record than either Mikel Arteta with 54 and Jurgen Klopp with 50.
Thoughts on Arsenal and Tottenham? If not for that 1-week blip where they lost to Aston Villa and bow out of the Champions League, Arsenal have been by far the most impressive team this season. They have the best defensive record. They blow teams away by huge margin of goals, which leave them with the top goal difference, worth a point at least. Even after that week of disappointment, they are now pretty much faultless. It is not their choice, however. They have to be because reigning champions Manchester City have games in hand, which if they win all the remaining games, there is nothing Arsenal can do about it. They will be crowned champions for the 4th consecutive time. But the way Arsenal played this season, it will be a shame if they did not win the Premier League.